everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, as you can see, I'm building in the world of Evergreen Harbor, and it's actually been a while since I've built anything in this world. I feel like I don't even remember the last time I built anything here. I mean, it's probably not that long ago because I do build a lot, so I probably just don't remember. But it's definitely been a while since I've built anything on this specific lot. So this is that one lot by the ocean, I want to say. It has a lot of shipping containers surrounding it. And by default, this area of the world is very disgusting. It's very polluted and there is a lot of dirt everywhere, or not dirt, just a lot of trash everywhere. And yeah, it's just very gross and not eco-friendly. But I actually used some cheats to make the world eco-friendly and very green and healthy and clean. And I also activated the Modern Development's Neighborhood Action Plan so that there is just a lot of greenery around and the whole area just looks a lot more updated and modernized. And this is my favorite, version of the world, I guess you could say it, probably because it just has a lot of greenery around and that just makes it look very pretty. And also the lighting is just so pretty when you make the world actually green, eco-friendly, I guess you should call it. And I don't know, I just really love this state of the world and I just think it's so pretty. So yeah, I built a little eco tiny home on this lot. And as you can probably tell, the house is facing the wrong way. Well, there is no right or wrong here, but by default, this lot is supposed to face the other way. So I am building this little house facing what's supposed to be the back of the lot. And I did that because the lighting is a lot better this way. You can see that there's a lot of direct sunlight hitting the front of the house the way I built it on this lot. So I just really like it that way, and it was just something different. I've never really built anything in this specific orientation for this lot. So I just thought it was nice and I really enjoyed it. And then you just have some nice windows facing the ocean, and I just thought it made sense. So I decided to, build a house facing the wrong way on this lot. And I haven't actually uploaded it to the gallery yet, but when I do that, I feel like I should rotate it. Otherwise it will look very sad on the gallery because then you can only see the back of the house, which the back of the house is cute too, but it's not supposed to look that way on the gallery. So I think whenever I decide to upload it, well, I'm going to be uploading it in a couple minutes here, after this voiceover probably. So then I will actually rotate it quickly and then put it on the gallery. But yeah, if you want to download this house, and if you want it to look like this, then you can obviously download it off the gallery, place it in your game, but just, make sure to rotate it and then you should be fine. And then it would look exactly like this. But yeah, you can really see the house come together. I had a lot of fun with it. I was just fiddling around with the shape and the size of it. It's just a boxy little house, and I put it on stilts, which I thought was really cute. It gives me that trailer vibe. This house is not a trailer in the sense that it's on wheels, but it still feels sort of like a trailer to me, or at least a prefabricated little house that was just placed here. And that is really the vibe that I was trying to go for. I really like to build in that sense of, or in that style whenever I'm doing a tiny eco home. I always really like to make them look very prefabricated and, just very modern. And that is what I did for this one as well. And I placed a couple of solar panels on the roof, as you can see, and I used that roof texture that came with Eco Lifestyle that is also supposed to be made out of solar panels, I feel like. And then I also closed off the backyard. And one thing I did that feels a little bit out of place, but still really fun to me, is I gave them a chicken coop. I placed the chicken coop in the backyard and I just thought that was so cute. I was actually debating giving them a full-on animal shed and placing the gardening plots and stuff, all the stuff that came with, what's it called, cottage living. I was kind of debating placing all these things to give them sort of an eco farm, that sort of thing. But then I was like, you know what? No, the animal shed was, I don't know, it just felt very weird and out of place. So I decided to just stick with a chicken coop, and I really like that. So yeah, I feel like the Sims living here are trying to be very self-sufficient in that sense, very sustainable. They have their own chickens, they have their own eggs. They probably don't eat meat. They plant a lot of their own like greens and fruits and vegetables, like that sort of thing. They just try to be very self-sustainable, and I really enjoyed that. I wasn't really thinking of too much of a storyline for this house. I just really felt like sitting down and building something modern, something eco-friendly, something prefabricated on this specific lot. I don't know. I was just feeling very inspired to build something cute. And I was working off of a reference picture, but I let go of the reference picture very early on in the build. But one thing I really liked about that reference photo was the little, I guess you could call it like an extended little front porch. I kind of recreated that. I don't even really remember what the original picture looked like that I was looking at, but I did have this extended little porch, and I did that for this build as well. And I just thought that that was so cute because they do have a very pretty view over like the harbor or like over the ocean at the front of the house. So I decided to just make this little extended porch, and I placed a 2-seater dining table on the little porch because I thought that that was very fitting. And they don't have an actual dining table indoors, so I feel like a dining table on the porch would be perfect. And yeah, on the inside, the house is very, very small. It is a tiny home, but it does have room for 2 Sims total. So I placed a double bed that is accessible from both sides. So I was definitely imagining a couple living here, maybe even an older couple. Maybe they do have children, but their children moved out a while back because they're adults. And then the parents were like, you know what, we're going to do something different with our lives. We are going to sell our house and then buy an eco-friendly tiny house and try and be very eco-friendly and be aware of our like eco like footprint, if you will, and just do something different with our lives that they feel comfortable with. So maybe these people are actually retired. They could be 2 elderly Sims. I think that that is actually a really cute idea. Just 2 elderly Sims living their best lives in this little tiny home in Evergreen Harbor, trying to clean up this world, like this neighborhood, taking care of their little chickens and their plants. I don't know, I just really like that idea all of a sudden. So maybe that could be fun for like gameplay or something, or just 2 younger Sims, or just a single Sim. That's also possible. You could maybe even try and, I don't know, mess around with the floor plan a little bit and add a second bedroom so that you can have a kid maybe living in this house as well, or like a toddler. I don't really know. You could mess around with it, but I just made it for 2 Sims, and they are supposed to be a couple of some sorts. So that is what I was imagining. And then for the backyard, as you can see, I placed a dew collector and then a couple of recycling bins as well, and a couple of windmills. So I really tried to really utilize all of the eco-friendly activities or items, I guess, that we got with Eco Lifestyle to really, really make it look like these Sims are actively trying to be very eco-friendly and very self-sustainable. So that's what I tried to achieve, and I think I succeeded. I think it looks really cute. And then I also placed some trees around, which probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense given the fact that this is like built in the harbor. I don't really know how to explain it, but you can really tell that all the greenery that you can see in this world is very, it was definitely planted. So it's very manicured because this sort of environment doesn't have a lot of trees. Like, it's not a forest or anything. So all the trees that you see around they were planted at some point. So that is what I tried to do for this lot as well. So there are a couple of smaller trees around, but they were planted, of course, so it doesn't look very natural in that sense, but it also doesn't look out of place. So that is really what I was trying to achieve. I don't know if my explaining makes a lot of sense. My English or like my wording of things today is a little bit off, probably because I'm a little bit tired, so I have to really sit here and think about what I'm trying to explain. It's not coming as naturally to me today as it normally would. So I'm sorry if I'm not making a whole lot of sense, but I'm trying my best. And I think you get the idea. I think it's not that difficult to understand. But yeah, for the inside of the house, it is very small, but I did have more space than I actually anticipated. So yeah, it's a tiny home for sure, but it's not all that cramped. Like it's not that small. They do have like this significant kitchen. I really like the kitchen. The house on the inside is very, very modern because I was definitely thinking that it's a modern eco tiny home. So it wasn't built like too long ago. It's probably all very new and shiny and just, you know, very eco-friendly. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but yeah, this house is just very newly built. So yeah, naturally the kitchen is very modern and new, and I decided to use these white countertops from the Dream Home Decorator pack. I did use a lot of Dream Home Decorator throughout this build naturally because, I don't know, that just really went with the vibes that I was trying to go for. So that's what I decided to do. And then we have these, what's it called? Island counters. As you can see, I was only able to place one bar stool. In real life, obviously you would have 2 bar stools and then you have like a dining spot in this area. But sadly, because we have a door leading into the bathroom, I was only able to place 1 bar stool there. Otherwise the, you know, the walkway to the bathroom would be blocked off and I did not want to do that. So I only placed 1 bar stool, but you know, in real life you would definitely have 2, and then you have a nice like dining/work area in the kitchen by the island counters. But sadly, that's not how it works in The Sims. I mean, I think not. I didn't actually even try placing a bar stool there because I was just kind of sure that it would block off the walkway to the bathroom, but I haven't even actually tried it. So maybe I should go ahead and try that before I put it on the gallery, but I think it's not gonna work. But you know what? We'll try that in the touring portion of this video, like after the speed build. But yeah, you can see that I used a lot of modular furniture from the Dream Home Decorator pack because it just made a lot of sense in this house, because since this house is so small, you have to be a little bit like creative with your storage space and whatnot. Like Sims don't need storage space, obviously, but you know, I really like to try and think about these sort of things when I'm building to make it feel and look a little bit more on the realistic side of things. So yeah, a lot of modular furniture to create as much storage space as I possibly could for this little house. And then we have a little living area here. I use this couch from Tiny Living. It's been a while since I've used this couch from Tiny Living. I remember when this pack, like when the Tiny Living stuff pack first came out, I could not stop using this couch, especially in this swatch, because it's so perfect. It's so pretty. I love the colors. They're so like cute and natural and neutral and like easy to combine with different color schemes. And so yeah, I was really happy to revisit this couch and combine it with some items from Dream Home Decorator. And then I used the coffee table from Tiny Living as well. It's just a very cute, modern little living area, and it's a lot more spacious than I thought it would be when I was working on the exterior. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised with that one. And then you can see I placed a couple of artworks above the couch. Those artworks were recently added to the base game and I love them so much. It would have been even cooler if we had more swatches, but I really, really love the swatch that it comes in. So it really doesn't matter to me, but it would have been really fun if we had like 2 or 3 like extra swatches so you could really mix and match them. But still, I really love that artwork. So I placed it above the couch and I just think it looks really cute. And then I went back into the kitchen to do some cluttering because I hadn't done that. I just placed it down and then moved on to the living area. So yeah, the kitchen is not too cluttered, but it definitely still looks very lived in. I just placed some random kitchen clutter and then I left one countertop free of decorations, obviously, so that your Sims can do some actual cooking. And then I placed a little tablet on the island counter. I don't use the tablets enough. I always place laptops or computers, but never the tablet. But I feel like the tablet has the exact same function or like functionalities as the computers. I believe in the laptops. I'm fairly certain that the tablet does the exact same thing, but it's significantly cheaper. So I decided to go ahead and do that. For a change, I thought it was nice. You can obviously always add a computer or a laptop to that countertop. It's really easy to just replace it. But I just felt like using a tablet for this one. I don't know why, I just thought it was fitting. And then off of the little living area, we have this bathroom that I use a lot of black appliances or like black, appliances, I guess you could call it, or like black details in the bathroom. I never really do that, but I place like a full-on black toilet and black sink in there and a black mirror, I believe. So it was just a nice change of pace, and I really love how it turned out. Very modern once again. And then over here on the other side of the house, across from the little living area / kitchen, we have the bedroom, which was also a lot more spacious than I anticipated it to be. So that was nice. I had the space for a full-on built-in wardrobe situation. So that was very, very nice. I placed a couple of modular pieces around the window. I really love how it ended up looking. It looks just very built in and very modern. I don't know, I'm just really enjoying this bedroom situation. Here I was messing around with what to place in between the drawer units. And then I just sized down that little ottoman thingy, and it looks like a nice little additional seating area, I guess. I just cluttered it up with some random little decorations to make the place look a little bit more cutesy and lived in. I just really like how it ended up looking. I think it's so cozy for what it is, and I'm just really happy with how this house came together. So let me know what you think. And then here you can see I was messing around with the wardrobes, trying to clutter it up. It can be such a little bit of a difficult task to clutter up these modular pieces because the slotting sometimes is just so off. It's so weird. It like slots to surfaces that you can't even see because you like placed more than one like modular piece together, if you will, and then it slots to an area to like a surface that you can't see. And it's just, I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but sometimes the slotting is just so awkward and a little bit annoying, but I figured it out in the end. It just took me a little while, but I feel like it ended up looking really cute. And then I placed this large mirror in the bedroom as well, and then a nice artwork. And then I didn't want to clutter it up too much because I still wanted it to look very clean and modern and nice and not too messy either, and very, you know, neutral and stuff. So yeah, that is actually already it for the inside of the house. And then I'm moving on to the backyard, which I was pretty much already done with before I even got started on the interior. But I just went back in and I wanted to make it look a little bit more cute with some additional plants and whatnot. And then I also added a woodworking bench for an additional skill building item that I thought was fitting for this household. But then that is actually it. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. As you can see, it's facing the back of the lot. This is supposed to be the front of the lot, but I don't know. I just really enjoyed building it the quote unquote wrong way around this time. So here we have the facade with a little, I guess you could call it a driveway. These people don't have a car, but I did park some bikes up there. And then they have a little dining table over here on the front porch. And then we also have a staircase leading up to the roof so you can clean off the solar panels if you need to. And then we have a pathway leading into the backyard that is full of eco lifestyle objects, I guess. So we have these windmills, we have this dew collector, we have a couple of recycling bins up here, and then a regular outdoor bin as well. As you can see, we have some planters here and there, and then also a woodworking bench. And then over here, they planted some grass where the chickens are just roaming around. And I also place these bug cases or like bug houses. I never really know what to call them. And they have a nice picnic table out there as well. But then over here we have the front door, and that leads into this little entryway. I guess if you wanted to have like an actual dining table inside, maybe you could fit one in here. But I just really enjoyed the fact that this is just a hallway. I really liked it that way. So we have some storage space in here, and then just a little chair in the corner. And then off to this side, we have the kitchen / living area. I really like this area. So we have the kitchen over here, then we have the living area over here. It's not too cluttered, but it still feels very lived in. And then they have a TV over here as well. And then off of here, we have a bathroom. I really like how this bathroom turned out. I already talked about that in the speed build, but I really love the black appliances in here. I just feel like it looks so beautiful. And then we have one little bar stool in here. I think a second one is gonna block off the walkway to the bathroom, but we're just gonna go ahead and try. I don't think it's gonna work, but let's just get my sim over here. She's right here. Maybe she can go in there. No, see, she can't. Okay, so that bar stool is definitely blocking the walkway. So we'll just delete it, but it's fine. One bar stool is fine as well. And then on the other side of the hallway, we have the bedroom. It's just a very simple bedroom. We just have a double bed in here with a couple of nightstands. And then over here, we have the built-in wardrobe situation. I really love how this turned out with this little part in the middle. I don't know, I just think it's really cute. And then they have a large mirror over here as well. But that is actually it for this build. So this tiny eco home is up on the gallery. I quickly turned it around on the lot so it's facing the right way for the gallery picture. But if you want to place it in your game the exact same way as I built it, then you're just gonna have to turn it around so that it's facing the other side of the lot. But I mean, it looks good in this orientation as well. So it's on a 30 by 20 in Evergreen Harbor, and the house comes in at just over 53,000 simoleons. But that is actually it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. I'm very close to 5,000 subscribers, so I'm very excited about that. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!